A very good morning to Doctor and my fellow friends. Now I would like to introduce myself. My name is JOYEE Wong and my metric number is 304234. Now I would like to representing the slide individual assignment about the determinant of ECOWAS-BWRRK performance.
This is the slide there about the ECOWAS-BWRRK background. ECOWAS-BWRRK was established in 1985 by Tan Sri Datuk Lim Kah Hock. The main business operation that ECOWAS focused on consists of civil engineering and construction, property development, infrastructure management, and investment holding. There are two problem segments. The first one is rising input cost, and the second one is ECOWAS whole high value recurring income asset, which is toll road. In this study, also find that the three of resource of objective. The first one is to establish the factor that influence the performance of the company depending on internal factor. The second, to identify which factor influence the performance of company with reference to the external or macroeconomy factor. The last one, to identify which factor influence the performance of the company depending on the internal and external factor. Review. The firm performance as how the organization can achieve its objective through efficiency and effectiveness in the way it utilizes its resource. This is the ultimate outcome of the strategy decision made by the board in the governance process research draft 2010. And liquidity risk, according to the Keton 2025, also state that liquidity risk not only has influence on financial institutions but also has threatened the operational and financial stability of the financial institution. And for the market risk, according to the Staff 2003, one of the most prominent risk management practitioners explained market risk as a corporate risk management. He described it as the change in the value of the firm as a result of variation in the price in the market that cannot be attributed to the action taken by the firm itself, but the economic governance in general. Methodology. Sampling technical. This study collects financial data from annual report of ECOWAS-BWRRK from 2015 to 2024. Extract data will be calculated to financial ratio like ROA, ROE, ACP current ratio, and other. The ratio will be analyzed through linear regression by using SPAS to generate descriptive statistic correlation model summary ANOVA and coefficient table. Figure 1 shows the framework about the independent variable and dependent variable. After running out the data from SPAS, we got the descriptive statistic. The mean of RA is 0.0308 and 0.0514 for the standard deviation. This is the correlation table in this study. So we can see that the significant positive and strong correlate is the operating margin because R equals 0.6444 and P value equal 0.0221. And next significant negative and strong correlate, which is the CG index, because R equals negative 0.5214 and P value equals 0.0611. This is model summary for internal variable. According to the study, the table indicates the 7 internal components are reduced to 5 independent variable, which affect the dependent variable. The score of the R-square is 0.9988, implying that the model contains the independent variable of the above statement shed light on 99.8% of the variability of the dependent variable. The result of the ANOVA for internal and external variable that indicate the p-value is 0.1153, which is significantly greater than the alpha level of 0.05. This indicated the regression model is not statistically significant and the null hypothesis is not rejected. And consequently, the independent variable collectively have a significant effect on the company financial performance ROA. This is the table about coefficient for internal and external variable. Examining the combined effect of the internal and external variable, the result indicate that no selected variable reach of the 0.05 of the level of statistical significance. Operating margin and average collection period are the factors that have the greatest impact in this particular model, but they are not statistically significant. The p-value of the other variables that are quick ratio, ECG index, inflation, interest rate, and exchange rate also confirm that such factor has no considerable individual effect on ROA when viewed in combination. This implies that the connection between the independent and dependent is not strong in this composite regression model. Now we move to the conclusion part. Internal factors are dominant because the study confirmed that ECOWAS-BWRRK performance ROA is almost entirely governed by internal management and financial structure. Return on equity (ROE) is the stronger positive predictor of the company outlook, and operating margin is a significant factor for overall profitability. And for the external factor, macroeconomic variables such as GDP, inflation, interest rate were not statistically significant. The company infrastructure-heavy business model acts as a cushion against short-term economic shifts. This is the slide that talk about some suggestions and recommendations for the company. The first one is aggressive deleveraging, and the second one is governance upgrade, and the third one is operational efficiency. To maximize toll collection efficiency and improve cross-functional collaboration between engineer and finance to prevent cost overrun.
That's all for my presentation. That's all for my presentation. That's all for